Hi. Okay. This question is from my elder sister who's attending to my nephew and isn't here. But she had a question is for chanchalta, like a human chanchalta, adult chanchalta. What to do in just to kind of create like a mansik shanti for adults, sthirta, mansik sthirta.
Two things. In the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is Atma Sanyam Yoga, Lord Krishna describes the advantages of Mansik Sthirta, steady mind. And how the mind should be steady? Lord Krishna gives a wonderful example of Yatha Deepo Nivatasto Nengate Sopamasmruta. As a flame in a room without wind. The flame of a divo, candle, And when there is no air, it is so steady. Such should be our mind. And if we have such a steady mind, there are a lot of advantages. It's a strength of mind. Lord Krishna described it. Arjun asked the same question which you asked. It is so difficult to steady the mind. Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi balavadranam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. Our mind is so wavering. And it is so difficult to steady mind. It is so difficult to concentrate mind. Can you hold air in your fist? No. Similarly, equally difficult is to keep your mind steady. What to do about it? In answer, Lord Krishna said, Arjun, the mind is not chanchala, it is chala. And try to understand the difference between the two. Chalatva means movement of mind. Is its strength and not a weakness. So if you want to focus your mind, if you want to remove this chanchalta, and I put that word remove in a single quote, though we may not be able to remove it entirely, and we should not remove it entirely, first of all, have a positive attitude towards it. That this movement of mind is not its weakness, it is its strength. A child who can run will definitely be able to stand. But a child who cannot even stand on his feet will not be able to run also. So if a mind can move, it can definitely be steady. The very fact that the mind moves means that it can be focused, it can be steady. Treat it as a capacity of mind, treat it as a strength of mind and not weakness. Mind is like a naughty child. You keep criticizing it and it will go haywire. Try to explain your mind. Try to deal with your mind in a positive way, with love, with an encouragement, and you will be able to master your mind. You will be able to get things of your choice done by your mind or with your mind. So have a positive attitude. Don't criticize mind. Enough of criticism of mind. First of all, this movement is a strength of mind. B. How to study it? Lord Krishna says, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha gruhyate. Two things, Abhyas and Vairagya. Abhyas is practice and Vairagya is unattachment. If you practice, that's what the whole process of meditation is. Now most people who sell meditation today, mind my words, I don't say preach or teach meditation. Most people who are out to market meditation today, to sell meditation today, have not even cared to understand the mechanism of mind. You have to practice. You have to make your mind strong. How? There are 3 types of practices. I have described it n number of times in my discourses. Train your mind to accept a no, which will strengthen your mind. Modern psychologists call it as tension tolerance. What happens? We always keep agreeing with our mind. We always keep satisfying its demands all the time. And it begins from childhood. So if you want to make mind stronger, let this practice, let this training begin from a very young age. Say if your child is demanding a candy from you. You may give that candy 6 out of 10 times, but at least 2 out of 10 times say no. The candy is right there in your refrigerator. But say, no beta, you're not going to get it. How can we say no? Poor child will cry. No, he's not poor. You are there for him. Don't make your child poor. Bicharu, chokru. Kahin bicharu nathi. Ma baap be beta cha. Bicharu nathi. But say no. And let the child understand that whatever I demand, I may not get it. This gives the strength of mind. Otherwise what happens? We keep satisfying, we keep fulfilling their demands all the time. Well, till the age of 16, 17, 18, till they are under our shelter, we fulfill all their demands. But once they face the society is not going to dance according to their tunes. And once they hear a no from the society, it's like a big blow on their mind, which results into depression, frustration, agitation. Look at these people. I mean, at this 18 years and 20 years people old, they are frustrated, they are depressed. When I was studying in the college, Ritik, we had a friend whose name was, we had named him as Devdas. And the reason was, whenever we saw him, he was always with a long face, he would always be in depression. Every morning we used to greet him, hey, how are you? I am depressed. Once it so happened when I went to the college and he was sitting right on the steps of the college, and I said, hey Devdas, good morning. How are you? I said, I am depressed. I said, we know that is the reason we have named you Devdas. Because you are always depressed. But what is the reason for your depression today? He said, I had called my friend, I had told my girlfriend to come in a pink dress today, but instead she came in a red one. I am depressed. Come on now, is this the reason for depression? But this is what happens. There is no tension tolerance. They want everything as per their demands. And it's not going to happen. Train your mind to do so. Tension tolerance first. No, learn to accept a no. Secondly, train your mind to wait. Because every time whatever we demand is not going to come right away. We may have to wait. Patience. That is also very important. In modern times, the biggest problem which is, this is what happened when I was in California, in Los Angeles, some 15 years back. And I was being interviewed by an American anchor on a mainstream television, not on Desi television, but American television. She was a very brilliant lady. She asked me this question. According to you, which is the biggest problem faced by this world today? And I took a pause of good 15 seconds. And when you are televised live, world over, 15-second gap is a very long one. So she felt that I don't know the answer, I haven't got the question correctly. So she tried to repeat the question and she was trying to fill up the gap. I said, no, don't worry, I know what the question is and I know what I want to answer. I said, the biggest problem faced by the society and the world today is impatience. And she was like, huh? Because she did not expect this answer from me. What she expected was I would answer like illiteracy, population, poverty, terrorism, or AIDS, something like that. I said, no. To me, the biggest problem today is impatience. Everybody is. And I feel in the last 15 years the problem has compounded. It is not solved yet. Everyone is impatient. Students, yes, they want good marks, but they don't want to study for it. They are not prepared to work hard for it. If tomorrow is exam, they want to study tonight. 21 selected questions. Just mug it up and answer them tomorrow. Impatience in studies. You कर दी थी बिंदु? ना okay. ये तो डॉक्टर तारी बात करो. Sir, okay, fine. That is impatience. When you enter your household responsibility, we want to earn money, but we don't have patience to work hard for a long time, and we want instantaneously. Just answer 13 questions and hello, you are a millionaire. People wait. When will I get a lottery ticket? When will I win a lottery ticket? Or when a close relative dies and he leaves something for me in the heritage. People just look for it. They are impatient. They are in a hurry to earn money. Even in building relations, people are so impatient. A person came from Bombay to Amdavad in कई गाड़ी पे ली शताब्दी राखो ना चलो ना पड़े. And on reaching home, he says that yes, I have decided now I am going to get married to this and this girl. Family people say, when did you meet? When did you decide? No, we were together in the train from Bombay to Amdavad, and in these 6 hours of journey we have decided. Family people will say, take your own time, try to understand the girl, who is she, what is she, which family she is coming from, let us ask people about it. No, we have decided janam janam ke sathi hai hum. In 6 hours he decides janam janam ke sathi. And against everybody's wish, they get married. Initially, probably he feels good about it, but within 2 months, the problem begins, and then he goes to the parents and says, "Abhe mane amathi chhodao." Parents say, "Beta, you have just married for 2 months. Give yourself some time. Stay with this person for 2 years, 5 years. Try to understand each other." And then 5 years, I can't stand this woman for 5 minutes. Now, woman. And I can't stand her for 5 minutes. He's impatient in breaking relation also. And this impatience comes in devotional. When he worships, there also in Yoga Darshan, Bhagwan Patanjali says, Satu dirgha kala nairantariya satkara sevito dradabhumi. When you want to achieve some result, you have to consistently do it. Put in your efforts for a long time and with humility. Dirgha kala, long time. Satkara sevita, with humility. And nairantariya, consistently. But he is not prepared for all this. Impatience. He goes to the temple, stands in front of the deity, chants one shlok, the only one which he knows. Mukham karoti vachalam pangullam gayate girim yat kripa tamam vande paramanandamada. And then he opens his arms and he looks towards Kai padiyu ama. Have I got something? You are not going to get it. But this is what people look for in prayers. Just, I do one mala and everything should be straight. It can't be. So impatience, impatience, impatience everywhere. This is what is killing us. It makes our mind weak. Train your mind to wait. So even when a child is asking for, say your daughter is asking for a new dress, usually what we do? The moment she says new dress, come on, you pick up a purse and right there you jump into the car and right to the mall. No. Tell your daughter, wait. Next month. Maybe after 3 months, I'll get you a new dress in summer vacation. Train them to wait, which is very important. And now, please don't just jump to a conclusion that I only teach about saying no and postponing things and waiting. No, third is also very important exercise for the mind. Train your mind to accept the unexpected. That is also very important. Because world is full of surprises. Sometimes, whenever an unexpected things comes, we are not prepared to accept it with a cool mind. There was this gentleman who had a habit of buying lottery tickets. He never used to win any, but still he kept on buying. Once it so happened, when he was away, the family members saw the result, and one of the lottery had won $1 million. Family members were a little bit concerned because he already had 2 heart attacks. And they felt that the moment he returns home, he is going to check the result, and if he sees that the lottery has won $1 million, you don't know what's going to happen to him. They called the doctor. And family doctor was like a friend. He said, when is he returning home? He said, at 6 o'clock. Fine, I'll be there. At 6 o'clock, the family doctor was there. This gentleman returned home over a cup of tea. The doctor initiated the discussion. Dear friend, I have heard you buy lottery tickets. He said, yeah, I do. Have you won any? Not a single one. Suppose you win a lottery of, say, $100. What will you do? Doctor began with a small amount, so there is not a shock of the million at a time. He began with a small amount, $100. What will you do if you win a lottery of $100? Well, I'll buy another lotteries from the same vendor for $100. Okay. What would you do if you win a lottery of $1,000? $1,000? Maybe I'll buy some new clothes for me, for my family members, and I'll make them happy. Okay. What if you win a lottery of $10,000? This gentleman says, 10,000? Well, I'll sell off my old car and add this $10,000 and buy a new car. What if you win a lottery of $100,000? एक मिनटू बता दो $100,000. 100,000. I'll move into a new home with probably a room or 2 more in a better area. What if you win a lottery of $250,000? This is $250,000. I'll buy a car of my dream car, a Ferrari or Bentley or something. What if you buy a lottery of $500,000? Now that person got bored. Doctor, let's change the topic. I have never won a lottery of $10 and you are talking of $500,000. Forget about it. Let's talk of something else. Doctor says, no, now we have come very close. Just imagine and tell me, what would you do if you win a lottery of $500,000? This person was bored. He said, "Doctor, if I win a lottery of $500,000, I will give half the amount to you." And on listening, the doctor got a heart attack. So this is what happens. A person is not prepared to accept the surprises also. You have to train your mind. Right from the young age. Your child, who's probably 3 or 4 years and he has not asked for a bike from you, a bicycle from you, a tricycle from you. But one fine morning just put that tricycle in his room. And in the morning when he gets up, oh, surprise, bike. You need to train your mind for all this. So train your mind to say, to accept a no, to wait, and to accept the unexpected. This is the practice, training to strengthen your mind, which will help to be steady. And another, as Lord Krishna says, is vairagya, unattachment. Unattachment is a word with a negative shade. For the 21st century people, put it as prioritize. Mind definitely, as I said in the beginning of this answer, since the mind moves, it definitely has a capacity to be steady. But where can it be steady? What it feels important. It definitely gets steady. A person who's counting currency notes, a bundle of 100 notes, and he's counting 42, 43, 44, 45, and his 5-year-old grandson comes, Grandpa, shh, don't disturb me. 46, 47, 48. So his mind is concentrated. But when the same grandfather is doing puja, or when he is listening to the discourses, and that 5-year-old grandson comes, come here, beso beta, beso. Ye wali Thakurji nu swarup છે ને કેમ નોટો ગણતા ઠાકોરજી નું સ્વરૂપ નહોતો આ? Whom are you cheating? It just means that your God is not important to you as important as that bundle of notes. Whatever you feel important, your mind definitely gets focused. An 18-year-old, a 20-year-old, when love is a very big concept, but when she's just attracted to somebody, and when they have decided to meet in a garden at, say, 5 in the evening, she reaches as 4:45. And he hasn't reached yet. It's 5:30, 5:45. She calls on his mobile, and there is a tape. The person who I'm trying to reach is out of coverage area. And she feels, what should I go back? Should I return? And there is a hope. No, I want to meet him. He must be coming. And how to kill time? So he just looks around and finds a rose. She takes the rose, and he loves me not. He loves me not. And when she's thinking of him, now she doesn't even remember the traffic around, the people around, the time. She doesn't remember anything because she's focused. She doesn't even remember the moment he comes, and he comes from behind and wow, or he just blinds her eyes. Oh, where were you? He was right here. You were busy here. Whatever you think important, your mind definitely gets focused, because the mind has inherent capacity to be steady. Prioritize. Where do you want to focus it? That is what is Vairagya. And once you prioritize, everything else automatically becomes less important. And mind gets focused. So it is possible to focus mind. It just depends on us, how well we train it. It was wonderful talking to you guys this morning. It was cool. I enjoyed it. Let's again meet This evening is 31st December. What better way can we have to celebrate 31st December in presence of Lord Krishna by lighting lamps and not by blowing out the lights, by lighting lamps of knowledge, of divinity. And let us all welcome the new year 2012. And let me assure you guys, nothing is going to happen in 2012. Game tetli movie banaven, game tetlu kene, I am going to be there, you are going to be there too, and we are going to keep continuing doing our satkarma. Good luck to you all.